I am selling my house, and I'm selling a house that has a very low interest rate and a relatively low mortgage, especially for the area that I live in. And I'm not doing this to buy a bigger house. I'm actually doing this. I'm going to choose to go back to renting. And it feels crazy. It objectively is crazy. And my entire For You page is filled with videos that are saying, we'll never see these rates again. We'll never see, inflation. And, we all know how expensive everything is these days. And I will likely never own property for this amount again. But I can't keep up with homeownership. And I think when I did this, I assumed that this was the dream. The dream was to own property. But no one explained how heavy it is to do it on your own and to fix all the things that go wrong and keep up with all the maintenance and to just deal with the city that you live in when there are issues, deal with contractors and contractors not showing up, and all the things that go wrong in an older home and the unexpected costs that come about. I had a $25,000 issue come up last year. I've had multiple smaller $1,000 issue, new water heater, new furnace, all those things that, are expected with owning an older home. But I just haven't heard of anyone talking kind of about the other side of it and, potentially choosing to give up what is considered the dream of, home ownership for going back to a different lifestyle of renting, a lifestyle where I can just text the landlord when something goes wrong or, use the property company. And, I've debated and wondered if I'm making a mistake, but I'm going to try it out and see what happens. And this is just to say that it doesn't have to be, even though it could be right for everyone, it doesn't have to be right for you. Homeownership is not matching up with my lifestyle right now. I don't want to be doing yard work every day. I don't want to be on the phone constantly when things go wrong. I don't want contractors in and out of my house for days on end. So you only get one life. Do what works for you. You don't have to hold on to that house or that piece of property just because you have a low interest rate. I'm choosing to believe that the right thing will happen for me and that I will have opportunities in the future to do this again. And I'm trusting that the universe will provide those for me. So let's see what happens.
We are watching the American dream of homeownership shatter in real time, and it is breaking from every possible angle. It is not just about mortgage rates anymore. Working families who bought the house are realizing they simply cannot afford to keep it. Explosive property taxes, insurance premiums, and crushing maintenance costs are forcing them to walk away and return to renting. At the same time, sellers are trapped underwater, unable to lower their prices without taking a massive loss. And as the financial squeeze tightens, that desperation is spilling over into the rental market, where evicted tenants are leaving behind absolute destruction. The housing system isn't just correcting, it is fracturing.
So as prices are falling right now, I'm finding it increasingly more difficult to find a seller who's willing to sell their property for what the market price is. So the market right now, again, we've been through this a couple times, but the bid to ask spread is widening. What a seller wants and what a buyer wants to pay, that spread has widened again. And a very common issue right now is a lot of the listings that my buyers are writing offers on, the seller cannot sell the property at the market value or slightly below them. We're trying to get a deal too, but roughly that should be the price that it should sell for, and the sellers can't take it. Why can't they take it? Because they wouldn't be able to close the sale. All the equity's gone. They have no other cash to close this sale, so they literally can't sell it. We are seeing way more foreclosures right now. And when I'm seeing this in the market, it tells me there's going to be even more next year. I'm pulling the title on these properties. There's 2 or 3 mortgages on them. They paid $600,000 in 2023. It's worth around $5. So it's basically lick your wounds now, or the bank takes it later.
So
My wife and I bought our house end of 2024, so we've been here for almost a year and a half. And this has been basically our mortgage payment every month, $37.41.72. And just as like a, insight into home ownership, our property taxes recently went up, exactly what it was, but yeah, that's our new amount right there. 45.36. So we went up $750 per month, over $7,000 a year more, and most of it goes to the interest, obviously, as we know. But yeah, this is how people aren't able to stay in their houses forever and lose their houses. Crazy.
We bought a house that we can't afford, and we have 44 days to make our first mortgage payment on August 1st. Let's just let that sink in for a little bit because I'm stressing. Not only that, but we have to paint our house before we move in. There's a hardwood flooring all over the house, which needs to be refinished, which we have also never done. There's just a lot that's going to be happening within the next couple weeks that we have no idea how we're going to make it through. We also have 3 girls that are 4 and under, and I'm also pregnant with our 4th. It'll be pretty busy. This is literally our dream house, and there's no way I'm letting this house go. We got to make this my full-time job. Okay, bye.
Crazy to me that now having a 1-bedroom apartment all to yourself is now considered a luxury in America, a first world country.
In 2026, why is it so hard to become a tenant? Because people tear your house up and it looks like this. Let's go take a look. Starting with the doorbell, it's completely gone. Bricks are all broken up. This is one of the bedrooms. Just completely left everything. Carpet is shot. This one over here, they did empty it out, but again, carpet is just shot. And as we walk into the living room, just bags of trash, furniture left everywhere, kids' shoes, broken furniture, takes the cake. Look at all this. Y'all see all these tequila bottles? Ridiculous. We'll pan around over here and take a look at the kitchen. In the kitchen, we've left food items, broken cabinets, broken drawers, dishes everywhere. I don't even know what's leaking out of that refrigerator. We're damn sure not opening it. Pissy clothes, washer, dryer. Yeah, it smells like straight piss. As we go into the primary bedroom, windows open, mattress on the floor. Worst part of it all, somebody done threw a brick through the window. Glass. That whole window needs to be replaced. Carpet's shot again. So the whole house is going to need a new carpet. Just trash everywhere. Damage to the walls. Filthiness. And go ahead and take a look into the backyard. Again, more stuff. Just stuff. Fence broken, trampoline, kid toys all over it. Grass needs to be cut. Again, looks like somebody's still going in the house through the open window. And there's the brick through the window. So this is why it's so hard for you to become a tenant, and the rental requirements are so strict because individual owners are tired of having to deal with houses that look like this when unresponsible people move out of them. So it is what it is. Next time you want to rent a house and we're asking for 600 credit score, no evictions, no late pays, this is why. Somebody has to pay for this, and it's not cheap.
Okay, so we showed up today to do an eviction. The back door was already open. It appears that they had already moved out. If you missed it on my live, I did do a walkthrough earlier, but I want to show you guys. So over here, we have the leftover clothing. So we got women's clothing and what may possibly be male associated clothing, brand new baby clothing with tags on it, a fan, a pitcher, empty Nike box, mini fridge, homework, medical paper, wound dressing. Let's see. toys and toilet paper and food crumbs. And this didn't all just happen in like a day or two. We came out to do an inspection here a while back. They refused to let us in, and we filed eviction. Now this room looks pretty okay. Everything's intact. But then you go this way, and this is where it starts. I guess they thought the pipes in here were copper as they tried to remove them. This is the back side of the breaker box. Let me see if I can turn not available while using the ultra wide lens. Okay, well, can I bring it in and use this? There we go. I don't know how far out. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see what there was. There's a stroller, a chair. There's my breaker box. That looks like a double stroller, a really big stroller. Lawnmower probably doesn't work, and that's why it's there. Touch-up paint, which you'll find even funnier in a few minutes. Let's see. Takeout. It's always the damn takeout. The never-ending collection of fast food and shopping bags. They apparently had a baby. Here's this. I'm trying to make sure the mail didn't get in there. Cabinet's empty here. A few odds and ends. We'll take the canned goods and donate those to the food banks, any non-perishables that we find. Sink full of dirty dishes. Dishwasher full of dirty dishes. The stove appears to be clean. I'm assuming they weren't using it by the amount of DoorDash. Not too bad. Kitchen counter. I'm gonna hold my breath. I'm gonna open the fridge for you guys. You ready? Okay, so when I got here, this back door was open. Whew, damn. Ceiling's gone. This wall is gone. So when I got here, this door was open. I'll show you how I found it. Isn't that wonderful? You see where it's been kicked, prized, and pried out. We're gonna have to replace the entire door. I'm just gonna secure it for today. I'm gonna turn my light off so I put my lens back out. The HVAC's been completely stripped. They left the grill or smoker. This is Oklahoma Joe's smoker. Okay, so it's a smoker. The air fryer that obviously wasn't being used unless they were reheating the leftovers. Let's go upstairs. There's my ceiling fan over there on the floor. There's the bracket it goes on. There, stinks. I should open that before. Closet. Hearing that. Bathroom intact. And not in horrid condition. I think the water's actually still on. Oh, look. Piece of copper. Yeah, so much water's still on. No, I don't know. The spigot out front is dripping. So I can't figure out why. All right, let's take a look. Dirty socks. Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls. French fries. Chicken nuggets and Tootsie Rolls. More French fries. Maybe candy. Fried fish or chicken skin. More dirty socks. Yeah, I touched the right line. Okay, that's right. Taters. Rags. Biscuits. More chicken. Maybe a dead animal. I don't know. There's a chicken bone. Dustpan. Oh, look. The closet is intact. Bedroom. Starting on this wall. And continuing all the way over. Sit right down and I'll tell you a tale of a cruise faithful ship I really don't know the words of that song. I mean, you can tell by the dirt in the floor. If you're just getting here, just so you know, and more chicken. We came to do an inspection. They refused to let us in. Are y'all ready for this? Who wants to take a nap on this big boy? Y'all gonna lay on that? Y'all know there's some of y'all out there who would lay on that. Now, they took the vanity mirror. This is what's crazy. There's the mirror. Intact. So that's that. I guess they thought that maybe the plumbing was copper. I don't think they were smart enough to understand exactly the copper and how it operates. What's in here? Oh, it's just another closet. This one's intact. I forgot to open it. Oh, and for anybody who knows, look, I have on boots in this dirty job. I'll start on this wall, and then that wall, baby stuff, chair, TV stand, this wall, but here's the copper. There's the copper. Don't know what the point of all this was. I mean, they took copper out and then left the majority of it behind. So I'm not really understanding. Oh, but why they had a snack. So much baby stuff in every room, or on every level. Look, there's the wiring. It's ripped it out. Okay. So much stuff under my feet. I should probably wait until I had backup in case I do fall and knock myself out. Ain't she beautiful? Chicken! Now, check out the decor. Could you have imagined that they would have blow-up mattresses? I mean, such nice furnishings. You'd never know what to expect. Oh wait, there's an Oreo. I guess it looks like police officers might have stepped on that too. Oh shit. Potato chips and an intact closet. TV and TV stand. There is a building out back that I have to go and investigate. But until my offspring gets here, I don't want to go in there by myself. And the police officer said they couldn't because it wasn't part of the house. So there we go. I'll give you an update in about a month.
I'm in Mansfield, Texas, in an area where the houses were between $700,000 and $900,000, and let me show you what I just ran into. This is an eviction. This is the constable showed up and just put all of their personal belongings on the street. They knew that he was coming. They were told, they were given a time and a date, and they didn't get their stuff out. Look at that cake grater right there. And now all of their shit's been thrown out. They can't go back in the house. Even their cars are left behind. There's the TV. Yeah, they may have taken what they wanted to take, what they could take, and may have left the rest behind. This is where we're at in the real estate market, in an area with a very strict HOA, and everything is thrown out. They will be billed when the trash company comes and takes all this. I will probably be able to show you the inside of this house coming soon.
So I'm just now making it to my home that I rented out to a tenant. And this is how she repaid me, y'all. Let her move in January 2nd. This is where I'm at. April the 9th. After she didn't pay her rent at all in the month of March. And obviously April either. So for 2 months. And then I gave her eviction, 5-day notice, And this is how she left my home. Of course, I had to process my thoughts and let all the tears and stuff out. And now I'm just showing what is left and what she did. Let me show y'all upstairs. Put a hole in my door. It's the laundry room. She left a lot of stuff in there too. Had to let her kids color on the walls. Put a hole here. Oh yeah. Here's a diaper she left.
Come on now. Kind of mother.
Left this room like this. Let them color all over the walls.
Come on now.
Diapers all right here. All these alcohol bottles. So, show y'all the closet. Not sure if there's nothing in there. It's just some shorts up there and a trash bag right there. But yeah, this is how she left the room. Food, leftover food. Chips, bag of chips open, plate, ranch. Yeah.
What you just saw isn't a collection of isolated bad decisions. It is the collapse of a housing market that was supposed to build stability but is now functioning like a financial trap. Everyday Americans are tapped out by local governments, raising property taxes, and insurance companies doubling premiums. Sellers are gridlocked because the equity they thought they had doesn't actually exist in this market. And those brutal eviction walkthroughs, that is the raw, destructive end result of people being pushed to the absolute edge. We have families forced into living in cars, property owners dealing with smashed walls and stripped copper, and a middle class waking up to the reality that the math simply doesn't work anymore. I want to hear from you. Have you been forced to reconsider home ownership because of hidden costs? Or are you seeing rental requirements become completely impossible in your area? Let me know your situation in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.